Simple? Well, obviously uncomplicated. It basically that's like a definition, but if I'm thinking simple in terms of like simple life, then I would say
just working to get what you need, and that's it. I don't know, not being caught up in all the complexity of life.
No to je hrozně složitý, jsem říkal. Jednoduchost je cokoliv,
co nemá nic navíc.
Co nemá nic navíc.
You know, not having stuff just because. Bigger things, and bigger TV, bigger stereo, bigger cars, fancy cars. Like even for me, this house, I don't really need this house this big. You know, I would prefer that I don't have to be tied down to all the material stuff. You don't have to depend on it. You don't have to work so much to pay for everything.
Simple lifestyle here could be paying rent and having food in the house and not having a fancy car or going on vacations, but then simple life in another country, it could be not having the option to even have the things that we have here.
Living simply in an ideal way would just be going out into nature, getting what you need, living in a tent maybe, and just living it up out there. But I mean, it's just hard to do that.
You know, we definitely consume a lot more than most countries. We are probably the number one country. Number one country in the world that's spent.
Are we consuming too much? I think our society is based on consumption. I don't think that anyone's going to start using cloth diapers anytime soon. I mean, it's just a lot of waste, a lot of, like these things like being sanitary are, they're sanitary, but they're also very wasteful.
If you look at just like the economy, it's driven by consumption by like 80%. So I would definitely say we consume too much.
I think yes. Yes, we are. We're consuming more than the world has. If we continue at this pace, we just run out of things.
Partly we're consuming because we're told to consume since we're like born. We're like brainwashed to think about it because there's so much status that goes along with being American.
I just heard it in the radio like the other day. It was basically started like in the 60s. We were in a need economy, which basically means like people just bought and used like stuff they really like needed. We shifted into desire economy. People buying more stuff than they really need. And it's kind of like promoted by government.
Even the president telling us to buy things, those all feed into this idea that buying more things is good and buying more things will make us happy. Buying this burger will make us sexy. Buying perfume will make us more attractive and happier. Carl's Jr. burger? Oh, those are so sexy. Man.
Tak jako kde je ta hranice, jako co je jako normální? Než by, jako může člověk být o chlebu a o vodě, že? Takže ano, konzumuje víc, než musí, protože to, co musí, je úplně to minimum, aby přežil.
People should just try to be happy with what they have, and then when they get more, it's like, hey, bonus! No matter how wealthy you are and how much stuff you have, you're not going to be any happier than if you had just enough to survive.
Happiness. It's the, like inner state feeling that you have what you need. I guess in that case, you're really happy.
Člověk, aby byl člověk šťastný, tak je to vlastně o tom naplňovat svoje žádosti, své potřeby. Když člověk bude mít málo žádostí a to naplňování bude dosahovat těch málo žádostí, tak bude stejně šťastný jako člověk, který těch žádostí bude mít 3x tolik a bude muset 3x víc naplnit. 2, tak je lehce naplněn a budu lehce šťastný. A když budu chtít mít všechno, tak bude hodně těžký, abych byl šťastný, protože musím všechny naplnit.
You know, if you find your passion, so passion is things that make you happy, right? Let's say riding your bike. You enjoyed it a lot, right? And that make you happy. Do more of that all the time, throughout your life.
Some people are happy, you know, just by going to the mall and buying crap.
Home shopping, you know, may be happy for a little bit, but it's short-lived. Unless you want to do shopping all the time or all your life, which is, I don't know if anyone can support that. But I see and feel that people are less happy here than I have felt when I was outside of the country. You know, a lot of people don't really have a lot of things, but they seem a lot happier. They seem, you know, very connected to each other, and I don't know, and then it's very different.
I just think people come to America for the American dream, to be able to have whatever life they sort of want, you know, and to be able to make for themselves that dream that America puts off. And I don't think there's anything wrong with having the American dream.
The American dream is a big house and a white picket fence and 2.5 kids.
Ztracená existence z rozvojové země do Ameriky a tam
Dělá veliké bohatství.
si splní svůj sen, který si nemohl splnit ve své zemi, protože mu v tom bránili třeba politické prostě podmínky nebo finanční podmínky, takže ten sen si splní v Americe, to je americký sen.
Že to má jako vypadá, že to je jednoduchý, ale přitom je to pěkná makačka, pokud se ho chceš splnit.
The American dream, you know, you gotta work for it and gotta constantly pursue it, and it just sounds like more work. A simple life is kind of more like taking away, like having less.
I think nowadays, the way they talk about American dream is definitely not a simple lifestyle. I don't, you know. I mean, the whole society is based on capitalism. It's spending, or the Chinese are making more products to support our spending lifestyle.
The incentive system around here is just for money. That's the only thing capitalism values. You don't view a person as anything but how much money they're worth in capitalism. And I think that that's something that would need to change if we wanted to start consuming less. Capitalism, in its like main premise, is built on capital. It's built on things getting sold.
Systém založený na výrobě a spotřebě. Konzumentismus může být klidně kapitalismus.
Capitalism, I think like the decisions are made based on the monetary value, you know, what basically gives you more money, but in sustainability it's more like living the life in a way that everything is kind of like efficient, you know, you're not wasting your resources, you're trying to like utilize them like in an efficient way.
Tak stačí začít tím, že bude chodit do supermarketu a bude nosit vlastní tašku, že? Ale jako potom samozřejmě to je úplně to nejmenší. Pojede tramvají.
Pojede na kole místo autem.
Udělá si dům, který nebude potřebovat 1000 megawatt hodin, nebo co to je, wattů ročně, aby to ochladil, protože si dělá dobrou izolaci, že? To je trošku, no.
Nekoupí úsporný elektrický spotřebiče. Úrovně A.
Bude si vařit doma pivo. Minimalizovat svoje nároky, čím zmaximalizujeme své štěstí, že? Vys otázka číslo 1.